All right, let's dive right in. There is a massive high-stakes race happening in Silicon Valley right now. All the tech giants are in this frantic sprint to build the first great AI device. I mean, they're literally trying to invent a whole new category of product that doesn't even exist yet. So who's in the lead? And what's it even going to take to win?
That's the big question, isn't it? Who is actually going to build this thing? Is it going to be the company with the wildest vision, the one with the deepest pockets? Or maybe, just maybe, it's a dark horse that we're not even paying attention to? Well, that's the mystery we're going to try and unravel.
Okay, so leading the pack, you've got two heavyweights, OpenAI and Meta. No surprise there. But what's really fascinating here isn't just the tech they're building. It's that this is really a philosophical battle. They're betting on two completely different ideas about how AI should fit into our lives.
And this is where their paths really split. On one side, you have this idea of ambient AI. That seems to be OpenAI's vision. Think of it like an assistant that's just there, always on, always aware of what's happening around you, just kind of humming along in the background. Then on the other side, you've got Portal AI. That's Meta's big bet. This is more like a tool, a device you consciously pick up and use, like a pair of glasses that you look through as a window to AI, but only when you decide you need it.
So OpenAI, they're basically trying to bottle lightning, you know? They want to capture that old school Apple magic. You've got Sam Altman teaming up with Johnny Ive, the design genius behind the iMac and the iPhone. They're poaching Apple's best engineers, talking to their assemblers, the whole nine yards. We still have no idea what it'll actually look like. Could be a little puck, a pin you wear, maybe even glasses. But the mission? Oh, it's crystal clear. Create something totally new, super powerful, and so seamless you barely even notice it's there. Meanwhile, over at Meta, they're not being shy about it at all. They are going all in on smart glasses. You've probably heard Mark Zuckerberg say it. He thinks glasses are the holy grail, the perfect way to get all that AI goodness without checking out of the real world. And look, their new Ray-Bans, they're a world away from the disaster that was Google Glass. Remember those? These are way more subtle, you can actually wear them, and this is the big one. They seem to have learned a thing or two about not making people feel like a total weirdo.
But here's the thing. For all this brain power, all this money being thrown at the problem, there's a huge, huge catch. A lot of these new devices feel like solutions looking for a problem to solve. Building the technology is one thing. The real mountain to climb, convincing you and me that we actually need this stuff in our lives. And we just got a perfect, almost painful example of this. There's a new AI wearable out there called the Friend Pendant. And the reviews, they were absolutely brutal. This headline from Wired pretty much says it all. It's a classic case study in just how hard this is going to be. And if you dig into what people were saying, you see something really important. The complaints weren't your typical the battery life is bad or the software is buggy. No, this was different. People said that wearing it made other people actively hostile toward them. They found the AI's personality unlikable. The bottom line was, whatever cool stuff it did wasn't nearly enough to make up for the social weirdness. So we're not just talking about good hardware anymore. We're talking about personality and social acceptance. That's a whole new ballgame. So this is where the plot thickens. Because what if we're all looking in the wrong direction? What if the winner of this whole great AI hardware race isn't some shiny, futuristic new thing? What if it's a device that millions of us already own and use, literally every single day? We need to talk about Apple. Because while everyone's been watching the iPhone and the Vision Pro, Apple might have been playing a completely different game. They may have quietly positioned their most unassuming, most boring product to win the whole AI race: AirPods. Think about this. At a recent event, Apple showed off a stunning new feature for AirPods, real-time language translation. It was just seamless. They didn't get up on stage and drone on about AI or large language models. They just showed something that felt like magic. And that, right there, is the Apple playbook in a nutshell. Don't sell the tech, sell what it does for you. This strategy is so effective that it led one observer to call AirPods the perfect AI Trojan Horse. And when you think about it, it's brilliant. They've put a powerful computer connected to the cloud right between your nervous system and the outside world. And we don't even notice. It's the ultimate ambient computing opportunity, and it just snuck right in. So why are they such a perfect Trojan horse? Well, it really boils down to three simple things. First, they're always on. A lot of us have them in our ears for hours a day anyway, right? They're just there, ready to go. Second, they are 100% socially acceptable. Nobody bats an eye if you're wearing earbuds. It's totally normal. And third, they're frictionless. There's no new gadget to learn, nothing extra to carry. It's already part of your routine. It's just easy.
And that really brings us to the ultimate takeaway here. We can argue all day about whether the future is a pin or a puck or a pair of glasses, but we might be asking the wrong question. The winner of this race won't be decided by the form factor. It's going to be decided by utility. It's not about the thing. It's about what the thing does for you. So here's the bottom line for any of these new AI wearables trying to break through. The value it provides has to be absolutely massive, so immense that it outweighs the social cost, the awkwardness of adopting something new and weird. Until that happens, people are just going to stick with the tools they already have, their phones, and you guessed it, their earbuds. Yeah, that idea of utility, that's the final boss for any new gadget. Unless a device is incredibly useful, or maybe just incredibly fun, it won't survive. It's as simple as that. And that's why, for the time being, the next wave of big AI experiences is most likely going to come to the devices that are already in our pockets and in our ears. So I want to leave you with a question to really think about. What would it take? What's the one feature, that one killer app that would be so useful or so amazing that it would convince you to wear a dedicated AI device all day long? What's your price?